Hi everybody, Zen Ren. Welcome back, it's Abby. Why am I here again? Well, because I love you to bits, and this is so much fun, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, and there's nothing else to do if you're not a football guy or gal. So I drug out all the football paraphernalia I have, and still didn't feel like I was having any fun. So I thought, well, I'll get on YouTube and get some murder going. Nothing like a good old-fashioned murder. Well, I didn't find murder, but I did find a very interesting YouTube video by Plunder, and I'm going to pin that video up in my comments so you can watch it too and sort of see what I saw, and let me know what you think, if any of your spidey senses picked up with this interview. What am I talking about? I know. I've gotten ahead of myself here. Oh, and before we get any further ahead of ourselves, let's clear up some housekeeping. Our friend Donald, the Cirque du Soleil mouthman, is done. He was convicted on 3 charges of first-degree murder, and I do believe this is death penalty eligible, so that might be the next step. The deliberation was not long at all, so I don't think anybody was buying his baloney. Kind of a bit of a boring court case, although I have to say that prosecutor is fantastic, and even when she's sort of throwing a little shade on somebody, she still does it with such respect. She was talking about a nosy neighbor, and instead of sort of saying he's a nosy neighbor, she said he's retired, he's bored. And I thought, yeah, that's exactly what he is, and he's a nosy neighbor. So she did a fantastic job. He was convicted. And so I went on Plunder today, and Plunder was talking about a young man who's disappeared. He's 11, I believe, and his name is Gannon. And the last person to see him was his stepmom. She gave an interview. It's weird. It's off-putting. You don't even need to be a criminal profiler to see this lady. If she's not involved, she has done herself a terrible disservice. And the funny part of it is she thinks she's being very clever. You know, turning her back to the camera so she doesn't have to fake all this emotion. And, you know, trouble is her words are speaking loud and clear. She doesn't give a shit about anybody but herself. So I will try and remember to pin that, and well done, Plunder. Really enjoyed that video, and I look forward to watching some more of your stuff, because this is what I'm all about. I think it takes a lot of guts. This is scary, and effort and work to put this stuff out to amuse little old me. So thank you. Today, for those of you cannabis connoisseurs that are following along, which reminds me, one day we're going to have to go through the odd stuff in my cannabis advent calendar. I got a bunch of stuff. I don't know what to do with it. Some of it looks like belly button lint. Some of it looks like earwax. Some of it looks like peanut brittle. I don't know how to work it. So someday I'm going to line this all up, and you're going to tell me what I do with it, because I'm kind of OG, old gangster. For those of you who don't know what OG means, old gangster, I'm kind of OG, old school, and I like to roll them and smoke them. And today it's Pink Baba, an indica, and Jack Hara, a sativa, a little smidge of each, and a perfect balance for card reading. So I want to read on Stepmother to Gannon. I had already dealt the cards and had a nice shuffle, and something happened and the camera failed. So I didn't want to lose this shuffle. So the shuffle's up. You'll see half of it's down. I'm going to now shuffle the clarifiers. And then I'll turn all the cards at once. So that's why I left this down, is I don't know what the cards are. So that seemed quite logical that I would keep on a-going. Oh, and I had a message today for those of you that believe. My belief is that a feather is a hello, a good morning from somebody who has wings. And this is a magpie feather. My clever little magpies. Yay! Good to see you guys. I'm really enjoying this little experiment, and thank you for your encouragement, because I'm not turning out these great videos like some of these people are. Man, do they do good work in their little home studios, and I just want to coast along in their wake. So thanks for being so kind to me. I really appreciate it, and I hope I'm inspiring somebody else to try it too, because that's what it's all about, pushing life to the edges. Good God, I'm going to be 60 this year. How did this happen? I don't know. I do not know. I feel 29, 30. Actually, I really like being this age. So, sorry, Nattering We Talk. Let me just get up on my knees. I got that bum elbow here. Oh, come down and have a look at these cards as I lay them down. Can you see that? Let me have a look. Oh, perfect. There's my itchy nose. All right, let's have a little clarification on this. And those of you that are watching me as a card reader, because there are a few of you actually, and here's what I would tell you. Don't get caught up in layouts and what does the card mean to anybody else. Eventually, when you handle your decks enough, you start to know what each card means, and you don't need to worry about it. And even if it's not the traditional meaning, oh dear, it's still your meaning. And that's what it's about. What does it mean to you? On the bottom, that's pretty self-explanatory, hey? Yeah. And fast. Clear sailing. Things have picked up some momentum. Things are going to happen fast for her. What's underneath that? The sun. Ooh dear, this might come to a head quickly. The sun is going to shine. Maybe unearth some of this business. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, goodness sakes. Ooh, we have a reversal. Interesting. Oh, and another reversal. Wow. Crazy. What's going on? All right, and we also have some duplicates. So we have 2 of the High Priestess. Here comes the sun again. Oh, sorry, that's me jiggling the table. All right, come on up. Let's talk about this lady. Wow. She's got some... I could try and edit that out. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Oh, there's a glare. Oh! Okay, I think I'm done hitting the table with my knees. I'm a class act. All right, what's the deal with this woman? Huh? What is the deal with this woman? She's not a happy camper. Somebody's offering her something and she doesn't like it. It's not what she wanted. And maybe it's a lifestyle, because this is someone who's juggling money. It's almost like the you look like you got it all going on, but you have a $15,000 American Express bill, right? So she's not happy with this situation, and it's requiring her to juggle money. Perhaps something's cramping her style. She best beware, though. She's a little misguided. The High Priestess can work one of two ways. Either it's someone who's very attuned and instinctually gets it. She's about your gut, listening to your gut, and trusting your instincts a little bit. Almost a female women's intuition, if that kind of feel to it, like you just know you know it. She's not as in touch as she thinks she is. She has got a little bit of it's like a veil over a mirror. All her wrinkles are blurred, and it's looking really good to her. But as soon as you lift the veil, all the wrinkles, all the cracks will show. So she's in a bit of a conundrum here. She maybe doesn't even realize how fast she's digging her hole, because she has a veil over her eyes. She really thinks she's all that in a bag of goddamn chips. Well, bad news. Sunlight is not kind to most of us. It highlights any imperfections. So if you're someone who's hiding imperfections instead of embracing them and trying to make them the feature instead of the bug, you're in for a rude awakening. So yeah, she's a pouty, sulky, almost immature. All about me. Me, 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 me. You may hear that a bit from her. Oh, here comes my intuition nose. Sorry. It just, it gets right on that. Here I am complaining about Donald Hartung, and there I am. All right, so she's a bit full of herself. She's not happy. She deserves better. What has gotten her into this pickle? We'll just leave it at that. And on top of that ending is the Page of Swords. He's upside down. He is somebody who is vigilant. He is usually a very clever person. Swords are analytical. So he'd be a thinker, clever, but he's upside down. He's kind of got himself mixed up here. So his vigilance has not been there, and it's let him down, and so yeah, she's in a pickle. Jesus. What is she feeling deep down inside? She wasn't panicked at the start of this. This is three women celebrating, like a little, like getting past something and you celebrate. I almost call this the girls going for a drink after work. So I think she thought this was going to be easier than it was. I don't know why they think people are just going to give up. Like, does she not understand that the mother is never going to give up? Did she really think the mother was going to say, well, gosh, I guess we never found him. Oh, well, too bad, so sad. No, that's not how it works. But I guess if it's not your kid and you want them gone, your antenna are coated with something and you don't get a clear signal here. So she's falling down, like she's leaving herself vulnerable. Look there she is. She's just sort of laying back, thinking she's this cool cucumber act is cutting away. It's not. In actual fact, she's got 3 swords now hanging over her head. So while she thought she was these people were going to celebrate her as super stepmom. No, in fact, there's 3 swords out for her head. Is that what it is? She thought they were going to say, oh, what a great stepmom. She's looked after him. That's her inside. She thought she'd be celebrated, and actually they've turned on her and she's pissed off. Oh, that's what that is. What might happen? What's a possibility for her? This is the, again, I hate to say those words, especially for my poor American friends. This is the quid pro quo card. This is, you tell me something, I'll give you something. You give me something, I'll tell you something. Perhaps this is a deal with law enforcement. You come clean and we'll work something out for you. But the trouble is, it's going to be all in. She'll have to like all in. This is, I want it all. This is, I want to swim in this. This is, I need every last drop of it. This is obsession, compulsion, that need, right? Lovers. So this, if she decides to trade for something, but this is a trade, she's going to have to give it all. It's not, she can't, and that's not her, right? She's holding back. She's got that 1 sword underneath her. To her own detriment, she's holding back. So that's what she's hoping for, that there could be a, you know, I'll tell you what it is, but you have to give me immunity. Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. What does the world see? Argy-bargy. Doesn't make sense. This is a confusion, upset. Again, like I say, it doesn't really, it's not like fisticuffs, actual fisticuffs, but it's just this sort of snarled up ball of wool that doesn't make any sense. It's, you can't quite get a handle on where the end of it is. It's just such a snarled mess. So right now, she's not helping sort this out. As a matter of fact, she's sort of throwing up even more crap. And why? Why? Something to do with greed, money, resources. Maybe this young man was stealing her spotlight. Maybe he was getting extra attention she felt she needed. Maybe he was draining off some resources from the family that was stopping her from another trip to the mall. I don't know. But she's definitely driven by me. What will happen? The Tower. The Tower is probably one of the worst cards in the deck. People think often death is the worst, or but the Tower is a gong show. Is just an unmitigated disaster. It's the kind of thing that even if you can recover the vehicle and drive back up onto the road out of the ditch, you've bent the frame. Like it's, you might as well bulldoze it. Whatever's left isn't worth saving. So yes, she's feeling that she is going to tame this beast and that she is in control of the narrative here. Look at her. She thinks she does. She thinks she's got a handle on that kitty. Well, this big old kitty gonna turn around and take her for a walk. And drag her down the street for everybody to see. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The Emperor. Almost a judge-like figure, right? Somebody who sits in judgment, somebody who is our peer, our better, somebody we respect, somebody with a lot of authority. What's on top of him? This is what she needs to know going forward. This energy, upside down. that energy is going to strip this veil away. Here was this veil again. Remember, she had this card earlier, and I said it's like the gauze over the mirror, how we all, you know, in the olden days, they used to put Vaseline around the lens of the camera to make you look soft and, you know, misty. Yeah. Well, dude here is going to lift that veil. She not going to like it. Oh, she's not going to like it. Did she hurt him? So that just popped right out. Did she hurt him? Was it an accident? And now she's trying to cover this up. Come on. Oh, something wants to jump out here. I can feel it. The World has already jumped up, which talks of sort of the ultimate ending. As a matter of fact, she's got about, well, I know she has at least 2 people. That's not even counting grandmas and grandpas and people who love them, but she has the mom and the dad's world in the palm of her hand. I don't know what happened, but I know it's not good. So yeah, she's controlling this world. Right now, she's the key. She has the information that could unlock this. The hangman is the mystery, is the question. The hangman is the question. She has the answer. And she's not going to cooperate. So stay tuned, folks. Gosh, Colorado and another kid. Can we just start picking on adults for a while? Make some interesting adult ones. Mind you, there's the Doulos what's his name? Fotis Doulos. Yeah, he cheated us out of a trial. All right, true crime crazies. Peace out. Enjoy Super Bowl and all the good snacks. And let's keep our eye on this stepmom because she's got some weird mojo going on here. Look at all these dark cards. Ugh. Love ya. Bye.